Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. Hope you can hear me and indeed see me. We're back on our regularly scheduled evening on a Friday night. Hopefully everything's working. I'm just looking around doing my normal. What have we done? 120 odd of these and I still can't quite tell if we're really live or not. But green lights everywhere, so I'm going to take that as a yes. Let me risk a chat. That works as well. Oh, run for a flyer. Good evening everyone, says Simon. Good evening, Simon. Good evening, Ross from a dull and cool Edinburgh. Enjoyed the Megatank update. Did not enjoy making the Megatank update, but I'm glad that somebody liked it. It's always a bittersweet making making YouTube videos about things going wrong, because you know they're going to do well, but you don't want to make videos about things that go wrong, because things that go wrong are not fun. Yeah. But we're on the road to recovery. I think we might do a bit of talking about this later. I think we might be sorted. Touching everything. I've not even changed into my appropriate guy. Very sorry everyone, I'm a bit late. Struggling today. Everything's falling apart. But Dangerous Dan's in, good evening. Stuart Laker is in. Did I say Stuart earlier when it was actually Simon? I do apologise. Silver Surfer is in. Urban's here. Urban, not seen you for a while. Been looking at you. If you're interested, is this going to work? Join the Discord. You can see all the pictures of Urban and his guinea pig army that he's creating. Hans is in from Sweden. Hi Hans and Brian. Let me see if I can make this bigger, because I can't see any of this. I've changed the monitors around. I've got a new setup here and it's a wee bitty small, and I'm a wee bitty old, so I can't read these things. Good evening from, at the moment, a dry guidepost. So confused, I don't know what weather to wear. Waders or flip-flops? Yes, it's not been too bad here. I've made a mistake of leaving the window open over there and knowing that fine well it's going to rain at some point, so that'll remind me. If you see like wind and water rushing in. Freshwater ichthyology, never heard of you, don't know what you're on about. Not too late, no, not at all. Hi from Doncaster, says Hent JW. Hi from Sheffield. No, I'm not late, am I? I was kind of on time. Hope I was on time. Right, the chat's died again. I'm going to have to come up with a new way of doing this. If I come off that, clear that. Unless, of course, you're just not talking to me. But we will plough on regardless. As I was saying, the Megatank update is kind of where it was in the video. So if you watched that, it leaked again. Great, brilliant. I'm in the process of fixing it, so I'm going through several stages of attaching the metal brackets that I was talking about in the video. Fiberglassing, liquid rubbering, giving it all plenty of time to cure in between. So that's kind of what we're going for. We're in one of those phases of letting it all fix. It is the gift that keeps on giving, so I'm getting plenty of content out of this tank. I'm hopeful that it's going to go okay. All good sound, sexy face. Okay. Hello from sunny Indiana, says Coldwater Aquatics. Hello from, I guess it's sunny Sheffield today. Nabokov is not awake yet. What time is it over there? I'm always a bit confused about times. Because it's 9 PM here. I'm kind of ready to go to bed. I've now reached an age and temperament and just a general... I wouldn't even been thinking about going out yet in my younger days. Now I'm like, can I go to bed yet? Is that allowable? I'm a curmudgeonly old man, I've decided. I don't feel like an old man. Well, no, I do feel like an old man. I keep being told I'm not an old man, because I behave like a teenager sometimes. But, yeah, I've not been feeling very well recently. I've just been wanting to lie down and go to bed and in a huff. I've been in a general funk this week, so apologies in advance if I get a bit ranty later or I'm in a bit of a huff. But Everybody has been pissing me off this week. Apologies to any colleagues who are watching. Not everybody. Most of them. And I've just kind of had to write this week off and start again next week. That's kind of what I'm going for. So, big news. This isn't the big news. This is tonight's delectations. If you're joining me in a tasty beverage and a healthy snack, let me know in the comments what you're going for. I'm kicking it off with my favourite, Heathen by Northern Monk. And this will be the last of the weird beers on a Friday night live stream. I am going to start a bit of a health kick because I'm fed up feeling ill. So I'm going to try and be healthy for a few weeks. See if we can feel a little bit better, lose a bit of weight, have a bit more energy. So one of the things that's going to have to go is the delicious amber nectar. So I'm allowing myself a little treat this evening to finish this off. If I do allow myself a treat, it will probably be a Friday night, so I might sneak the odd beer in every now and again, but it was getting to the point where I was have a couple of beers on a Friday night, and then, I've bought 6, so I might as well have the others on a Saturday night, and 2's not enough, so I'll go and buy another 4, and then it kind of drags on. So, we're cutting back, so I'm going to savour this and enjoy it even more. Delicious. I'm going to miss you, but it has to be done. All my various ailments, I need to just take care of myself a little bit and see if we can't make myself a wee bit better. So that's announcement number 1. No more beers on a Friday night. Fewer beers on a Friday. We'll see. Time will tell. We should light a candle and pray to Megatank's health. Yeah, I mean, I think I covered it all, and I got a few comments in my last video of, you seemed quite positive there, or you didn't seem quite so distraught as you did in the previous ones. There's 2 things going on there. It's happened so often I'm used to it, so I'm kind of expecting it to fail. I've kind of come to terms with the fact that, okay, I'm never going to make a carpenter or a builder or a joiner or whatever trade it is that would do that properly. I've kind of just come to terms with that is as good as I've got. I've learned all those lessons. It is not worth me destroying it and starting again. So many comments. Just take it apart and put it back together again. No, that's a stupid idea. I've never heard of a worse idea. And they all come with things. It'll only take a couple of days and it'll be better for your peace of mind at the end of it. It will not take a couple of days. Not taking it apart and fixing it and waiting it to go back together takes at least a week for all the things to cure, the various things. So if I take it apart and spend a few days putting a new one together and all the cost of all that new material and everything, when everything's kind of there, it's just little tweaks that need fixing, that saves me so much more time. So I've come to the realisation that I'm now just chasing the problems around. So I'm fixing one thing which causes a problem in another area. So this is it's a well-known thing, and it's a terrible thing to do, but you kind of kicking the bug down the road, kicking the can down the road. There are only so many places left that I can get this wrong. I think this will be it. I've deliberately left one more place where it can potentially blow out or start to bow, but it's an area and a side that I can get to, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem for me. And like I say, it's happened so often I've come to terms with it. I've come to terms with the fact that I know I'm just chasing a problem around, so I'm going to have to fix the next thing. So it's a kind of wait for it to break and fix it, wait for it to break and fix it. I tried the plan for it not to break. That didn't work. I can't undo that now. That's just the way it is. That's how it's going to be. That is life. I can't go back in time and build it better. It is what it is. So as helpful as some people think they are by saying, just take it apart and build it again, or what's my favourite one is, I don't think this is a good idea. No suggestion of what to do instead. Just that, no, this is a bad idea. Now, I'm sure half of them are just taking the piss and trying to wind me up. But because it's the kind of thing I would do. It's kind of funny to just say, nah, terrible idea, bye. And then away you go. Oh, helpful. But yeah, Mega Tank is just, hopes and prayers, F's in the chat, all that kind of stuff. If it wasn't for the fish that I needed to find a home for, if somebody came along tomorrow and said, hello, I've got a amazingly well built 12-foot aquarium, do you want me to take those fish for you? I'd say, yeah, go on then. And I would set fire to Mega Tank and film it, and that would be my favourite video that I'd ever made. But that's not going to happen. People don't have those tanks and don't want those fish. So I have to fix it, and that's what I'm going to do. So any more questions on Mega Tank, by all means, as always, if you have a question about Mega Tank or anything else, type the word question in your question and I have a better chance of seeing it. But this is a kind of free-for-all. If you've not been here before, welcome, first of all. This is more of a relaxed, laid-back, chatting type scenario. Anything that's on your mind, be it about fish or whatever you want, stick it in the chat, ask a question, make a suggestion, talk about whatever you want to talk about. If it's a question, like I say, stick the word question in your question and I'll see it a bit better. We will have a quiz at about 10 p.m, which is about, 45 minutes away, something like that. And there will be prizes for the quiz. Not great prizes, but there will be prizes for the quiz. And we'll see how we get on with that. And yeah, it's a bit of a free-for-all, so don't be shy, say hello, say what you're up to, what you're drinking, what you're eating, what you're doing, what are your plans for the weekend, all that kind of stuff. Let us know in the chat while I go and read some of yours. I like this comment. Congratulations to Graham for being awesome. Photo on Discord, and for being amazingly calm during latest Mega... that's what I mean, it's just come par for the course now. Jen Pink, hello, chicken fists, salutations, hello there. How are you doing? The chat is broken again. If you want it, dual quiz is ready. I'll toss the link in the channel on Discord here shortly. Sure. Sure we can do that. Full disclosure, I feel like crap today. So I don't know whether we'll last the full 2 hours, because what I don't want is to sit here with me going, moan, I don't feel well, because that's not good viewing. So as long as I can tolerate it, we'll keep the show on the road. We'll do an extra quiz, all that kind of stuff. Question. There you go. See, Brian put the word question in his question and I saw it. I'm now going to read it, which is probably a mistake. Question. If I can pick my... Yeah, it's going downhill already. If I can pick my nose and scratch my bum at the same time, does that mean I can multitask? Technically, yes. Now, if you can pat your stomach and rub your head at the same time. Not that you can see that. There's a word for that. Not like an actual word. Not, this isn't a joke or a setup or anything. Juggler! Hello, Juggler. How are you doing? Andy Morrison, good evening. Jen is crossing her fingers for Mega Tank. I've got to be honest, me too. And thank you for all. That's what we want. Good positive energy. Positive wishes. What is it they say? A positive mental attitude is worth so much. The chat's gone everywhere. What is my age number? Well, I'm Glaswegian, so we work in a bit like dog years where you have to multiply it by 7. I'm technically elderly, so I passed. I've just had a birthday. It was a couple of weeks ago. 46, which I think in Glaswegian terms is about 70. We like rants. Well, I've got plenty to rant about. So, Freshwater Ichthyology says we like rants. We do like rants, but most of the rants that I've got on my brain at the moment are not suitable for broadcast or career limiting. They're not really about fish stuff. But you never know. Someone brings up something that irks me then we might have a bit of a rant about that. Brian, a spring chicken at 52, very good. Old age. Question, how about an up on the pond to cheer you up? An update on the pond to cheer you up. Do you know what? That is very much what I was thinking of doing. I was in a little bit of a huff earlier, as I said, and I went out and I stared at my pond, and I was delighted by all... So there's commotion going on downstairs. I was delighted by all the things that I saw. I had my 2 pond lilies of both sprouted flowers. My fish have all spawned, and there's loads of fry. And so this is the second spawning, so there's loads of fry that are like yay big, and then there's loads of fry that are yay big. So I've got 2 sets of fry, all thriving. Loads, and I'm talking loads of them. The water's remaining reasonably clear. It just looks good. I'm really happy with it. And I've got my wife to thank for that, because she kind of designed that. I might have done the heavy lifting, but it was her vision of the aesthetic of it and how it was going to look, and I'm really pleased with it. My other little patio pond, where I took out a bunch of fry, that's full of fry as well, and they're all coming along great. So it's like, I don't know what words to use to describe it. It's like it's the definition of success. Everything's doing really well in there. So I'm going to have loads of goldfish, it seems. I don't know what we'll do over the winter, because I might have to bring a lot of them in, because I don't think the patio pond will survive over winter, but I think the big pond will. But I want to try and catch as many of the smaller fish as possible and bring them in over the winter, grow them on, and then put them back out into the pond. So a little bit of a dilemma over whether I need another decent sized tank just to overwinter some of my smaller goldfish, or if I just bump them all back into the big pond and let them fend for themselves. Yeah, who knows. Weird tea time on a Fridays. Yes, instead of beer we might go on to other drinks. I don't really drink tea or coffee. I don't mind coffee. I don't mind tea. I just don't drink a lot of either of them. So maybe we'll move on to those things, or fruit juice, or I don't know, something healthier. Although, to be fair, my various medical conditions are making me consider or look towards a low carb diet. And my 2 favourite beers are actually quite low carb. But relatively not too bad. So as a wee treat, that might be quite good. That is delicious. If they made like a no alcohol, no sugary stuff version of this, I would drink it. But yes, we can try some different things on the live stream. This is how my channel went downhill before, and I ended up making pot noodle sandwiches. We don't need that kind of drama again. Guinness is a great addition to a healthy diet. Yeah, I think it's the moderation part that we need to... If I just had one beer on a Friday night, that would not be a problem. It's 1 PM here. I actually slept at 6 AM. It's been a morning. So, well, you've got no excuse for being late then if it's 1 PM. Aquarium Daily, good evening. How are you? Hope you're well. Sorry for crashing into your time slot last week. Mega Tank has broken you, maybe. I don't know if it's Mega Tank that's broken me. I think it's just life in general. Silver Creek, Tommy, how you doing? Hope you're well. I'll be chatting soon. Recharging my wife's aircon. Aren't you the handyman? A Friday night non-bevy wouldn't have anything to do with the alcohol tax coming to England for a change. That could be it. I hadn't considered that, but that's another reason not to overindulge. Sorry. You need to make your own brand of liquid rubber now. The one thing that I'm kind of happy about is liquid rubber's not the problem anymore. I think of all the complaints, of all the accusations that have been made about how liquid rubber is the wrong choice, I can probably say that that's not the case. Liquid rubber's fine. It's my ability to build things straight and true and strong. The problem's not liquid rubber, the problem's me. So maybe I need to go into business with liquid rubber and be a brand ambassador or something to say, oh, if you can get things relatively well built, then this is the product for you. Because I cocked this up royally and it almost worked. Mega tank equals mega headache. Yeah. But that's the least of my problems at the moment. Video's on. Pups are here. I have to clean the tank now. Okay. Rebecca's plans for the weekends include a lot of drawings. My supervisor said I needed to redo like 100 sketches in scale. Surely there must be some kind of AI tool where you can say, scan this and do it better. Surely. That doesn't sound like fun. Humble Grumble, hello there. Rayburn127 from New Zealand, hello. Phil's in. Phil, thank you very much. I got my care package yesterday. Thanks for that. Question. When was the last time you medicated? Medicate? No, I've got it on the brain. When was the last time you meditated? Maybe a good pond visit in a resort. A pond visit is in order for you. The last time I meditated is never. Well, maybe that's wrong. Maybe those times where I get in such a huff, I just do go out and stare into space for 10 minutes is a form of meditation. I've never consciously meditated. Let's put it that way. I've never said, just give me half an hour, I'm off for a wee meditate. That's never happened. That's not been a thing. But I get the kind of meditative vibe of sitting and staring at your pond. Someone's waving at me, but I can't see it because of the lights. Oh, hello. Bye-bye. Night-night. But I can see the value of, like, for instance, I was at my happiest when Megatang was up and running, and I had my soft swivel seat in the fish room where I could sit in it and just enjoy the view. I guess that's a kind of meditation. And I don't mind that. That's good, surely. Don't irk him. Irk me all you want. Kaylee's in. Good evening, Kaylee. It's cool the fry have not been eaten. It is cool the fry have not. I must admit, I expected. There was dozens and dozens and dozens of the first batch of fry, and I expected most of them to get eaten. And from what I can tell, there are enough big fry that 75%, maybe something like that, have made it, and they're now too big to get eaten, I think. There you go. When was the last time you shat in your... Shat? I've never shat in my fish chair. The last time I sat in my fish chair was quite a while ago, because I have to kind of move the fish chair out the way so as I can do all the work when I'm draining Megatank and moving things around. So it has been a while. But, yeah. I don't want to bore you all with life's problems at the moment, but not having enough time to watch my fish tanks isn't what's stressing me out at the moment. It's everything else. Not sure fruit juice is more healthy than... no, definitely not. So if I was to sit here and drink like pints of orange juice, there's probably more sugar in that than several delicious alcoholic beverages. So that's what I mean. I have to have a little bit of a... We're going to give it a hit on the head and try some healthier lifestyle choices, that's all. Isn't vodka low carb? Isn't it made from potatoes? So from my understanding is that things that are unrefined alcohol, so your whiskies, your vodkas, that kind of thing, they're generally carb free, but It's not to say you can go, well, rather than having 2 beers, I downed a pint of whiskey. That's going to be bad for you in other ways. So, you've got to make some choices. That's all it is. Dangerous Dan had a bad fish experience this week. I bought 4 pea puffers to help with my ram's horn infestation. All 4 died within 10 minutes. Oh no, oh dear. Yeah, that's not good. That says something. So it smacks that I don't want to try and suggest what's gone wrong there, but some kind of water imbalance and a shock. So something like pH swing, something like if the peas got air in them and couldn't get deflated, so to speak, once you got back into the water, it can be tricky. The most risky time of buying any fish is the bit where you buy it and you take it home, you get it into your tank. Very unlucky to have all of them die within 10 minutes, and I hope it doesn't put you off, because pea puffers are one of my favourite little murder beans. I do like them. The audio description thingy is off its head tonight. Is it being all racist again against Scottish people? Fruit juices are really bad. Yeah, so I've been with people before who are like, oh, I can't believe you had a full English for breakfast. I just had 6 pancakes and a pint of orange juice. And you're like, that's not good. Rayburn. See, I should be charging for this kind of question. This is blatant racism, trying to get me to say things like that. There's all these phrases. Purple burglar alarm. It's impossible for a Scotsman to say that 10 times in a row without making a mistake, I maintain. There are too many plosives in the wrong places for me to say it properly. Purple burglar alarm is the alarm bit. I can say alarm, I can say purple, I can say burglar, but in that order, at speed. Purple burglar alarm, not possible. Purple burglar alarm. There you go. Oh, I can practice it. Purple burglar alarm. Purple burglar alarm. Purple burglar alarm. No, moving on. 2 were killed by Alestes. Oh, well, there you go. There's your problem. Yeah. And 2 got sucked into the water pump during water change. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, but I wouldn't have advised you to put them in with Alestes. Alestes are just a little bit big for them, and they tend to be best in a species-only tank. I mean, I've had other fish in there with them, so I've had them with cherry shrimp, surprisingly enough. It's quite good. They seem to keep the population of cherry shrimp in control without eating all the adults. And then the odd shrimplet makes it through. Ottos, Hellstream loaches, coolie loaches. Most tetras, even smaller tetras like neons or cardinals and things like that, they're inquisitive and nippy and bitey, and they tend to, peas don't like that, so they might not kill it in 10 minutes like a big Alestes might do, but they tend to annoy them to death, which is not good. Too much fructose in fruit juice, that's the one. Being Scottish, it's coffee time until 11 a.m, then it's beer o'clock. The Alestes didn't even eat them, just killed. That's what I mean, they're just inquisitive and bitey and big and nasty. Question, would horizontal bracing have helped? At the bottom, which I believe there's a word for that, and I can't remember what it is. Yes, potentially. There is bracing at the top. The top's not the problem. The bottom's the problem. As I said, so we're talking mega tank here. If you're not listening or interested, I said that in my plans I'd worked out the pressure, hydrostatic pressure, and the forces that would be applied on the bottom of that. And I accounted for it for the bottom. What I might not have accounted for, okay, let's be honest, what I definitely didn't account for was the forces that were going to be on the sides at the bottom. Because it's something like 30,000 kilos of force, and I've just not accounted for that properly. It's nearly there. I did my sums when I worked it out. I've definitely accounted for it from the base and the supports that I've got on the base, just not on the sides, which has been proven by the bowing and the blowouts. Not that I've had any blowouts. I mean, I over-engineered for what I thought I was doing, which is almost covered it for what actually happened. So I'll know more in future. Not that I'm ever going to build another one. Fish Fam Link, thank you very much. Show you're having a good time by hitting that like button. Yes, do so. Thank you. Have you heard any news about the Aqua H event? Oh, no. Why? Has something happened or not? As in, it's been cancelled, it's happening? I don't know. So, Aqua. I like to say Aqua H. Yeah, I've not heard it. Not since the first time that it came to my attention that somebody, I think, gave me a link and said, oh, this is going to be an event. But it was around about the time that Aqua Telford was cancelled, and I've not really looked at it or heard anything about it since. But yeah, I'd be interested. So it's aquatics and reptiles and things like that, isn't it, near Birmingham? Where is it? Kenilworth, that's the one. They've got the same picture as me on their website. The UK's major aquatic and reptile trade show. So, no, I haven't heard anything else about it. I don't know that kind of tetra. Are they usually mad killers? Unless these tetras, they're not that they're mad killers, they're quite big. So I've got some in my discus tank, and they're big, they're active. I find most tetras are active, and when you're big and you're active, and you're small and you're not as active, that's quite stressful. So I suspect the LSTs will have, not meaningfully, they're not murderous, they don't have ill intent or such, they're just like, yeah, we're cruising about. And the people will be like, what the, Jesus Christ. So there's probably that kind of thing. But no, I've not noticed my LSTs being particularly aggressive or anything like that. We forgive the muddled speech. We know English isn't your first language. How very dare you. Daydreaming is the brain's version of witness protection. Orange juice is a great way of supporting your local dentist. Question: could you try sake and say you're eating rice? I do quite like sake. I've only had it, well, I've had like the generic crappy stuff a few times, but I've only had what I believe to be proper sake once, and that was quite different. Yeah. Nothing like the other stuff I'd had before. But it was a strange thing. I enjoyed it, but yeah. I mean, I don't know if we want to kick up the alcoholism stakes on the Friday night show. I'm going from the really strong beers up to the really strong liquors, and we'll be on absinthe within a week. Sake is epic, proper or unpasteurized sake. Oh yeah, I couldn't remember what it was that made it proper sake. Juggler, I've just looked in the tanks and loads of Endler fry, but no Apisto or Kori fry, unfortunately. In fact, 2 tanks seem to be missing their female Panduro Koro. That's a shame. Yeah, I've been doing quite well. I've got lots of... My Koris have all been breeding. Like I say, the ponds have all been breeding. I lost a couple of my dwarf rainbow fish. But I don't know if it might just be an old age, because all the rest of them are fine and there's been no problems since. I'm really enjoying having a baby puffer again. That's quite fun. I've got my little Fahaka puffer that you might have seen in the old Mega Tank video. I'm enjoying that and looking forward to having that get big again. Everything's going across. Right, I'm probably miles behind. Oh yes, I am. Let me see if I can try and catch up a little bit. Maloney Photography and Aquatics. Hello from Liverpool. Hello. Nice to have you here. Yeah, as Dan's saying, all my listies have been really peaceful. Yeah, they're not aggressive fish, they're just active fish, and they're, compared to a pea puffer, quite big. So the chat is off. The translation services at YouTube is off its head, sorry. I'm probably not saying what it says down here. For clarity, one question on quiz I made is time sensitive of sorts, but everything else isn't. That's the only reason I mentioned double quiz. It really isn't a big deal at all. I don't mind I quite like doing quizzes. I like to get to play along in some of the quizzes, so that's always good. Cichlids are just crazy. Seems I'm not the only one with a male discus who's been through I can't see what there is, multiple ladies. Yeah, that is a thing. I've got, I was going to say 2 discus. I've got 3 discus at the moment. They're in a bit of a love triangle. And I think it's 2 female. Yeah, it's 2 females and 1 male. And they're like, yeah, it's literally like a roundabout. They're chasing each other around, going, my turn. Swap round, swap round. They've just basically commandeered half the fish tank to themselves. Blame Lemmy, yes, I've seen that. I found one body under the rack, so the lid mustn't have been so... yeah, jumpers. Question clarification. For me, meditation is exactly that. Sitting in a spot and just breathing. Well, I spend a lot of my time sitting in a spot and breathing. But I guess it's in the absence of all the other things is the key point there. The event's in October. Oh, October. Why did I think it was a different date? Because it says on the website April. Or is it this year? Oh, who knows? Unholy Haggis. Hello. Welcome. For anyone else who is just turning up, this is the chit-chat version of the Aquarium Adventures channel, where you get to ask me any questions, we get to talk about any kind of nonsense. We'll have a bit of fun later. We'll do a quiz in about 20 minutes. We might even do another quiz just after that as well. But if you've got any questions, any statements, any promotions, anythings, fill your boots. I will try and read out most of the chat. I am notoriously bad at reading out things in the chat, but I'll try. Marwell Zoo has the listies. They have labels for a few fish that definitely aren't in the tank anymore. Yeah, well, maybe I'm only what 2 years into keeping Alestes. I don't know. Maybe once they get to like 4 years old, they just go right. That's it. I'm gonna get every other bugger in this tank's getting it. Gavin says, "Good evening, Graham and folks. Just joining in. I've been building a mega tank stand this evening. Whoa, good luck, Gavin. Don't ask for any advice, or go and watch my videos and do the opposite." Question, normal question with a mixed. Get out the way, bloody thing. With a mixed Corydorus tank, can or would crossbreeding happen? To a degree. So there's lots of things that. What am I trying to say? So your bronze Aeneas Corrydoras and the various ones that are all similar to that might all breed. You're unlikely to get a panda Cory breeding with a massive. Immediately forgotten all the names of all the corridors I've ever learned. So within reason, yes. But I do quite like a mixed Cory tank. I think that looks quite good. Just making noises now, sorry. I'm trying to see where I go. There you go, right, okay. Be part of UK aquatic system. Yeah, that's the same thing I read. Right, can I show you little face? Oh no, that's the quiz. You'll all get to see. Unless I'm looking at the wrong website. It said, there you go, Aqua 2024, event date 6th, 7th of April. Corals can be bought and traded. Yeah, still saying 6th, 7th of April. And I did have April in my head. I mean, it does seem quite heavily saltwater. Although that is a pond. In addition to the, I don't know if you can see all this, well, I'll read it to you instead. In addition to the opportunity to expand your collection of corals, plants and equipment, you will have the opportunity to ask questions of long-time hobbyists and professionals alike who have amassed years of experience in caring for aquatic and reptilian creatures in vast shapes and sizes. The venue itself will feature one expansive exhibition with vendors from all across the ukulele? This beer's quite strong, you know. All across the UK, displaying reptiles, koi, marine, freshwater, equipment and livestock. We are also privileged to be joined by a number of recognised suppliers that will be demonstrating and exhibiting their world-class products and providing educational resources. Catering refreshments. Want to bring the kids? That's fine. This is a trade show, so it sounds like they want to open it to the public. £12 for a ticket. Seems reasonable. $4.99 for a exhibitor stand. I don't think I'll be showcasing Aquarium Adventures' range of foods. But shall we turn it into an Aquarium Adventures meet-up? We'll all go and meet and go out for dinner in the evening or something. Who knows? Big face. Most whiskey shops sell real sake. I've never seen it in proper. I've only ever seen it in like fancy supermarkets, for want of a better term. You know, like Budgeons or Waitrose, where you're like, oh, sake, and then it's the minging stuff. I had it at an event, and somebody gave me it saying it was wine. I was like, oh, wine, lovely. This doesn't smell like wine. Doesn't taste like wine. and then went, ah, right, okay, I get it. It was quite nice. How are the Exodons? Fine. They're still on the back burner. They're a project yet to happen. They're in one of my medium-sized tanks. They could really be doing with having more of them and having them in a bigger tank, but they have maintained their numbers. They are seemingly quite happy. I need to fix 10 other things before I get to concentrate on them properly, really. But I'm looking forward to it because I think they are very interesting fish, and I can make a nice display for them. A question: did your sensei never teach you meditation along with the training? No. Remember, my sensei was also Glaswegian. We don't really do meditation and that kind of thing. Maybe I'm going crazy. I swear it was October. Well, as Juggler says there, I think Aqua Telford was meant to be October. I think that rings a bell too. Shadow has joined the chat. Evening all. I've been lurking while waiting and eating dinner. How is everyone? Don't forget to like. Oh God, what a good moderator he is. Always telling people to like things. Thank you very much. Ooh. There you go. If you're interested in Corridor's crossbreeding, someone has posted a link in Discord, which is up there. If you haven't already and you're new here, you can click the subscribe button as well. It's just where I do the admin and the shilling for myself. If you don't want to do that, it's free. All you have to do is give me a like or a dislike on your way in or out. That would be nice. Normally I'll have a look at things and go, we have 44 people here but only 27 likes. That's not good enough. You only have to click like. You don't even have to mean it. Just for this 5 minutes of entertainment. That's all you have to do. If you want to show more than that, then obviously there is the subscribe button down below somewhere. It might be there, I have no idea. If you want to do even more than that, you can join the channel as a member and you get access to all my exclusive content, of which there is none. I might do some one day though, but you get that warm fuzzy feeling of knowing you're supporting a small creator and helping me make these videos. You do get access to extra emojis and chat, so you can call me a cock and things like that. And you also, if you join as a hero member, get a discount off everything at aquariumadventures.co.uk. So if you want to buy some merch, not like this, because this isn't some of it, or some fish food or something like that, you'll get some money off. If you don't want to do any of that and you just want to win some of it, that might be a prize tonight. So we might give away a goodie bag, or we might give away a discount code for the winner of the quiz tonight, who will not be Nabokov, because he's won 3 weeks in a row, so you have to have a week off. You can still play, but if you win, the next person gets it. And the quiz will be happening in about 10 minutes. So, while I remember, and to give everyone a chance to join, I shall put the link to the quiz. This is my quiz. There'll be 2 quizzes tonight. My quiz and the quiz that I get to join in on. There you go. Simon Littlefield has been a member for 13 months. Wow. Thank you, Simon. I'll just post the link in the chat to the quiz if you want to join the quiz. We'll be starting in about 10 minutes. Just to give you a bit of background on the quiz, it's 20 questions. They are a mix of fishy questions and non-fishy questions, and guaranteed one Jean-Claude Van Damme question. No one can remember why, but there's always a Jean-Claude Van Damme question. The format of the quiz is fastest finger first. So if you get the question correct, the quicker you get it correct, the more points you get. And then at the end of the 20 questions, whoever's got the most points wins a prize. Simple as that. If you're in the UK, it will be something like, I don't know, a goodie bag from me, discount code, something along those lines. If you're in the US, then it might be a voucher to your favourite aquatic store or something like that. So jump in. It's not onerous. You don't need to be a mega geek to answer, and even if you are a mega fish geek, there's other bits that you won't be able to answer. So, something for everyone. Current events. Is there any current events this week? I can't remember. Random questions about, films everyone should have seen, yet Rebecca will not have. Bands that everyone will have heard of, that Rebecca will not have. There's a running theme here. So we'll do that in a couple of minutes. 9 to be precise. Corey, Julie, and Corey Trillianatus interbreed. Yeah, so that specifically is where it becomes a big problem, because then people can no longer tell what's a Trilly and what's a Julie, because they're almost so intermixed. They become their own thing almost. Rayburn says, I have 3 juvenile discus around 60 millimetre. 60 millimetres? 6 centimetres. In a 100 litre grow out, and they're not growing well. Too small of a tank. I'm doing weekly water changes. No, not too small of a tank. 60 millimetres. Is that what, did you mean that? I'm going to have to remind myself what 60 millimetres and 6 centimetres looks like. Here's my ruler. So. Oh no, so 60 millimetres is that size. Universal is that size. So, we're talking maybe 2.5 inches. That 100 litres for 3 for them, that's fine. A bigger tank will be better, but you run the risk of having too big a tank and they get lost in the tank, can't find food, all that kind of stuff. 100 litres should be fine for that kind of size. If they do start growing quickly, which they should start growing quickly, you might have to think about moving them on to something slightly bigger soon. But 9 times out of 10, the people who have problems with that they are not feeding enough. A discus that size wants to feed 8 times a day. They are ravenous. It is the number one reason people don't breed discus, is because it's too much work. You're constantly feeding, you're constantly water changing. I know the people who do this properly, they're water changing twice a day, they're feeding 8, 10, 12 times a day. Small amounts, but constantly. It's high protein food, it's high turnover of food. They've got like 3, 4, 5 brine shrimp cultures on the go at any one time, so they can constantly get enough food in there. It's not easy. So if you're struggling and they're growing slowly, be happy they're growing. It's not something you can just go, aha, I have guppies and I have more guppies, and they just keep breeding. It takes a lot of effort. So think of it as a learning curve. It's quite the endeavour. Jen's just popping in to get proof of life because I was working on Mega Tank. Yeah, shame you can't make the quiz. So a couple more minutes for anyone else who wants to get in on the quiz. We've got 6 players so far, only 6. Oh, we could get a new winner tonight. Yeah, so Nabokov's put in a brief explanation about the lineage. Question link for number 3 is in stream links in the what? Link for number 3 is in stream links. And okay. So if I join, I get to call you a male appendage and Nightbot won't stop me. Not only do you get to call me a male appendage, you get to post a picture that says male appendage on it. Sort of. It's KOK, obviously, not COCK. And as if you needed any proof, there's Rebecca saying, I still haven't seen any of those films. Just because of the working from home fish. That is very much the case. You kind of need to be around most of the time. Oh, so for beer number 2, just before we kick off the quiz, I'm finishing strong. I've gone with the Northern Monk Heathen at 7.2%, and then moved on to the Salt Tram Double Nipa at 8%, which I also quite like. It's very tasty. And also just the right shade of can't see through it. I know technically that's not a colour, but you know what I mean. Cheers all. Yum 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 yum. Logging into the laptop now. Good. Tommy, hope it works for you tonight. The Barbie movie's out. Yes, I've still not seen it. My daughter has been like, are we going to see this film or what, Dad? Come on. So I don't think we're going to get a chance this weekend. I've got all kinds of things planned for this weekend. If anybody wants to stalk me, I think we're planning to go and see the Major Oak at Sherwood Forest, a national treasure for anyone outside of the UK. It's a very old tree. Then what else are we going to do? Go and feed some ducks at Derwent Reservoir, a walk round Ladybower Reservoir, pub lunch, and maybe see the Barbie movie. Yeah, there you go. That's my itinerary for the weekend. If you can see through it, it's water, not beer. There you go. Completely opaque. Right, 1 minute to go. Let's move over to the screen and make sure everything's working. Little face. That's big face. That's little face. Make a short about the tree. I'm not falling for that nonsense. I made a video about pot noodles once and it crashed my channel. I'll put something on Discord and show you the tree. For science. Right, we have 14 players. Last minute or so for anyone that wants to join in. Heading up your way if you're visiting Derwent. Our way? No, Derwent Reservoir. It's next to Ladybower Reservoir. Although, I think I was down your way. I was at a wedding last week that was... No, I've probably got the wrong people here, sorry. Kaylee, if you're still watching, I was down your way the other week because I was at Bradfield Park, whatever it is, at a wedding that was right on the edge of that. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling, but we've got another player in. Okay, are we ready? I don't know why I did such a big deep breath, like, oh. Welcome everyone to the Friday night quiz. We have 15 players so far, a chance for an extra one if they want to sneak in. Sorry, I have to address this. It's not that Derwent Valley then. It's one near Ladybower. Cut this out, Graham. 15 players. As I said before, if you missed it, this is fastest finger first. So if you get the question right, the quicker you get it right, the more points you get. Encourage you now, get in quick if you want to get a game. There will be a prize. I haven't decided what it is yet, but we'll give it a go. Questions are fun. Just have a bash at it. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, would you look at that? Application error. A client-side exception has occurred. That's not good. What an anticlimax. Let's try again. That worked well, didn't it? Let's try again. I'm sorry, everyone. We need to find a new thing other than Trivia Creator because it keeps screwing up. There's a new link. Click the new link that I've just posted. I think we had 16 people there, so I'll wait for all 16 to get back in again. And while we do that, I'm going to find the reservoir that I'm going to go and feed ducks in so I can show you. What did I say? Derbent. So. That's what I'm talking about. This is Ladybower Reservoir, and that's Derbent Reservoir, which is all kind of Edale, Bamford, Hope Valley, Castleton, all that kind of stuff. So that's where I'm going. Don't go near the plug hole. Yes, the Ladybower does have a plug hole, which is very cool actually. There's actually a village, so when the water's low you can see like rooftops and stuff like that. I doubt it'll be like that now because it's been raining for about a year. Right, so okay, I can see problemos on the Quizzos. Oh, we're up to 18 players. Oof, that's not going to work, is it? Shall we give it a go anyway, just see what happens? Is it going to break? Is it going to work? Is it going to do anything at all? No. Not only that, but my light's gone out too. What's happening? What's happening, dude? Right, bear with me. You can now watch a man frantically typing, trying to figure out what's going on. I did make it onto the featured page of Trivia Creator. I'm like the 16th most popular creator on triviacreator.com. My profile, let's see. Right, third time lucky. Is that just the same link as it was earlier? 139 488 8212. No, it's different. Last time. We'll give it a go. See if it works. Right, you're all joining slowly now. This looks a little bit more healthy. We might be on. While we wait, I'll show you. I've now updated my cheering music, so it's a little more enthusiastic and loud. So that's what you get if you win. Review the photo on Discord. Do you mean this one? It isn't Friday, no. Or do you mean this one, which you keep posting? We don't need to keep seeing this. It's so embarrassing. That's me and my happy, look at my nice discus tank days. Anyway, right. We're back up to 16 players. I'm assuming we're pissed off the other 2 players and he's just given up now. Shall we try one more time? Welcome everyone, blah blah blah, quiz quiz quiz. Drum roll please. Is it going to work? Nope. That's a shame. Shall we try Nabokov's one? Now, let me see. I know it's you. I know it's not me. I can plainly see that. Let me try again. A button that doesn't click. Brilliant. It be dead. Let me see. So we'll see if this one works. I want to host and play. Copy link. Shut up music. So we'll see if it's my quiz or if it's the entire site. This is Nabokov's quiz. Come join me if you want. If this doesn't work, good night everyone. Stop flogging a dead horse. It's not dead yet. See, it's clearly living. Well, how about a Harry Potter quiz? I don't really know enough about Harry Potter to be able to do a quiz. Are you offering? Because then that would be good. It's a server issue. Yes, it is Trivia Creator's fault rather than mine. Right, are we ready for one last round of disappointment? Welcome everyone, blah blah blah, quiz quiz quiz, go. Ah, fuck. Okay, so no quiz this evening. I wonder. Can I just read the questions to you? The only thing I'm thinking is if I try just playing the quiz on my own, that might work because it might be a different area of the server or a different server hosts that. Oh, that does work. Right, fastest finger first. Just type them into chat. A new species of shark was discovered recently. Oh, why has it done that? What is it called? Is it called Squalus longus pinus, Squalus short pinus, Squalus spiny pinus, Squalus? What is the scientific name for a Congo tetra? Is it A? This is never going to work. I'm never going to be able to tie what you're saying to what's coming up on the screen. But look at the effort I put into the bloody quiz. What's the scientific name for a Congo tetra? Is it Phenocogrammus disturbus, Phenocogrammus disruptus, Phenocogrammus interjectus, or Phenocogrammus interruptus? And the answer is D. Name the movie. Shawshank Redemption, Truman Show, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, or Dumb and Dumber? Someone must be able to get this. Christine's wrong. It's clearly D. Thank you, everyone. The greatest shoal on Earth is largely made up of which fish? A. Mackerel, B. Ling, C. Sardines, or D. Tuna? Juggler, yes, stick the details in. We'll see if we get it to work. It is indeed sardines. I've got no way of telling who's won this, so we're going on an honour system. Name the band. Pink Floyd, Beatles, Doors, The Who. It is The Who. No, it's not. It's The Doors. What am I talking about? Oh dear. What percentage of the world's ornamental fish trade comes from captive bred sources rather than wild caught? 10, 25, 50 or 75? It is 25, I think. It is 25. The electric eel is not a true eel, but a type of knife fish. How does it use electricity? Is it for navigation and hunting? Is it for bioluminescence? Is it for communication? Or is it simply for fun? I'll give you a clue. It's not for fun. It's navigation and hunting. Which film features Jean-Claude Van Damme as a firefighter trying to save his daughter from terrorists in a hockey arena? Is it Deep Impact, Sudden Death, Extra Time, or Time Cop? That is a clip from the film. That's Jean-Claude Van Damme being attacked by a mascot with a meat tenderizer. It's Sudden Death. What is the estimated global annual revenue generated by the pet fish industry? Is it 100 million, 500 million, 1 billion, or 5 billion? Lots of extra times. It's definitely not extra time. Sudden death. I forget, but I think it was 5 billion. What did a Taylor Swift concert do this week? Cause a blackout, cause a drought, cause an earthquake, cause a famine. What did a Taylor Swift concert do this week? It was C, cause an earthquake. Launched in 1977, how far from Earth is Voyager 2 now? Is it 200 million kilometres? I don't know why I've capitalised kilometres, but anyway. Is it 800 million kilometres? Is it 2 billion kilometres? Or is it 20 billion kilometres? The Taylor Swift question, by the way, caused a 2.1 magnitude on the earthquake scale. It's 20 billion kilometres. What is the fastest freshwater fish? Is it carp? Is it trout? Is it rudd? Or is it pike? The picture's a pike, but is that the fastest fish? If you plan on coming back for when the quizzes actually work, anyone, my general approach here is to put a picture of one of the things here. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the right answer. Because the fastest fish is a trout. I did not know that until today. Hopefully you've learned that. What is the technical name for this sign? Is it hash? Is it pound? Is it octothorpe? Or is it squallogram? Hash, pound, octothorpe, squallogram. We've got a couple of A's for hash. Hashtag. You're wrong. It's an octothorpe. What's the 8th sign of the zodiac? Cancer, Leo, Gemini, or Scorpio? See, I thought that last question would just cause a fight between the Europeans and the Americans, because we call it a hashtag and you all call it a pound sign. And we're both wrong. The 8th sign of the zodiac. So what's 8th and the thing that matters not to anyone? Scorpio. What country's this? Scotland, Ireland, Spain, or Greece? This is a country viewed from space. It's got some snow on it. For those of you choosing D, Greece is known for its snow. Brian, you should be embarrassed. It was Scotland. Which of these is not cold-blooded? A mackerel, a basking shark, a salmon, or a goldfish? See, everyone's now ripping into Brian. He might have been a question behind, we don't know. Is a basking shark? I did not know that either. What term describes finishing a hole 3 over par? Is it an albatross, a triple birdie, a triple bogey, or a double eagle? Are they heterothermic like tuna? I don't know. I looked up the Science Journal, and that was the number 3 in the latest articles about fish was, turns out basking sharks, triple bogey by the way, turns out basking sharks are warm-blooded. What's unique about the anableps? It can regenerate lost fins, it can mimic other fish, it has 4 eyes, or it has lungs. What is unique about the anableps fish? It has another name, which would give away the answer. Tommy got the triple bogey one right. It has 4 eyes. It's known as the 4-eyed fish. How many scoring sections, separated by a wire, are on a dartboard? 60, 62, 82 or 80. 2 above the water, 2 below. Quite right, Scott. That's the eyes, not the dartboard. $82. I counted them. It's right. 3 films have won 11 Oscars. Titanic, Ben-Hur and... which one? Is it Citizen Kane? I think this is the last question. Gone with the Wind, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, or Universal Soldier? It was Lord of the Rings. I scored 0 out of 20 because I wasn't trying. Well done, everyone. That was terrible. I'm sorry. I hope that would have been a better quiz. We're going to have to find a new quizzing mechanism. I'd like to tell you I'm now going to go through all the chat and find out who answered which questions correctly and when, but I'm not. So, we will do a giveaway because we all like a giveaway. Let me fire up the Nightbot. And I'm going to get you to type something into chat. Let me just show you that I'm not... I can't believe that Lord of the Rings, the third one, which was the worst one, won all the Oscars. We're going to go with a keyword. The keyword is quiz sucks, all one word. If you want to win a prize, just be here and type the word quiz sucks. QUIZSUCKS. Type that into the chat and you have a chance to win a spiffingly great prize. Unless your name's Nabokov Fan 87 and you're still banned because you've won the last 3 times. Well, you can still play, but you have to nominate someone else to get the win. It wasn't terrible, it was still a lot of fun. No, it was terrible. But thank you for that anyway. That's it, just like Nabokov says, quiz sucks. Quiz sucks. You all get in. So we'll give it a couple of minutes for that. I think we might lay off the quizzes after that. I'll spend next week investigating some other quizzing platform that might perform a little bit better. Who knows? So, even if it wasn't a good quiz, I hope you learned something. If you're 3 over par, it's a triple bogey. That was Dumb and Dumber, the film. A band called The Doors looked like that. Jean-Claude Van Damme had a film called Sudden Death. Right, are we ready? I think we're ready to call it. We have 15 eligible people. We've got Brian, Dangerous Dan, Ewan, Freshwater, Ikf, James, Juggler, Lily, Mickey, Nabokov, Ross, Scott, Silver Surfer, Silver Creek, Simon Litchfield, Soren. Soren, there's a name I've not seen for a while. Welcome back, Soren. Are we ready? Drum roll, please. The winner is... whoever Nabokov Fan 87 nominates. So, nominate someone to get a prize. Juggler. Explain 82 scoring sections. Now, you missed out the secret, or the very specific qualifier which said separated by wire. Now, I will now show you. Right, let's use this. There you go. Click on the bloody picture. Oh, God. Right. So, you're saying there's 3 scoring sections in each of the numbers. Well, no, there's 4. There's 1, the double, 2, 3, the treble, 4, separated by wire. So 4 times 20 is 80, 81, 82. I thank you. Nabokov has won the giveaway. Well done, Nabokov. You need to nominate someone. So let's see who we get. Oh, thing, get out of the way. Sorry. Have you tried Wing for trivia? I haven't. So by all means, let me know if you've got any experience trying some other ones. We'll give them a go. I give it to Brian Haig. Well done. Well done, Brian. Congratulations, Brian. You have won either a goodie bag or what would you like? Send me an email. Send me an email to that. Graham at aquariumadventures.co.uk. Say, I'd like a goodie bag, and I'll send you some food and some key rings and stuff like that. Or if you want to buy some merch or something, I'll send you a discount code. You can have 20% off or a goodie bag. Which would you like? Let me know. Send me an email. Tell me where you live, where to send it to, all that kind of stuff, and I'll sort that out. Anyone else that wants to send me an email just to say hello or pretend to be Brian, then that's still the same email. Well done, Brian. Congratulations. Yeah, I think I saw something else. Get to a casino quickly, Nabokov. You definitely need to. Luckiest man in the world. No. 4 sections on the rings. Double, treble, and 2 singles. Separated by wire. I'm just going to check my math now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 4 times 20. Trick question. No, that was very clear that it was separated by wire. Right then. Okay, so we only lost about 10, 15 people with that whole quiz debacle. So well done everyone for staying with us. Thank you very much. We're now entering the last half hour, which is traditionally the rant half hour. But you know what? You've cheered me up, and I feel like there's nothing to laugh about anymore. Nothing to rant about. So I'm feeling quite good about things. It does seem the platform has a brain fart when you get above 10. It does a bit, doesn't it? I just want to try something and see if I can get it to work properly. Okay. Now it's let me launch that quiz. It can't be that we have too many people, because we don't have that many people. Ooh, I don't know. Right, a good old Kahoot. Just bear with me with that, because I can't talk, speak, and things. Ewan has a question. Have you ever had to battle hair algae? I've no idea if I'm still streaming. I've got so many bloody windows open. I have had to battle hair algae. I'm not going to lie, it's a very boring answer. Water changes. That's the main thing that... of all the other things of, oh yeah, dose, excel, do this, do the other, reduce your light. They're all good things to do, drop your feeding, but water change. Do a massive water change a day for a week and it'll go away. Username. And then in the library, there is a Harry Potter challenge. Sorry, I just reading some of these questions. So it's things like this that make me laugh. The HTTP 500 internal server editor has a response code indicating the server's encountered an unexpected condition. No shit, Sherlock, that prevented it from fulfilling. You may as well say, stuff's broke. If you look up any HTTP response error, they're all pretty much the same thing. Sorry, that's not against you, that's against people who code server errors. What's your thought against liquid CO2 to battle algae? It can work in very specific circumstances. It's usually the circumstances where I've seen it best work with blackbeard algae, using things like Excel and other liquid CO2 products to in combination battle blackbeard algae. It kind of works, but meh. What was the last meal you cooked from scratch? It was probably an uninspiring chicken salad. Before that, what would it have been? Like a chicken parm or something like that, maybe. Ooh, I don't know. Right, I'm in Kahoot, Juggler. I'm in the Harry Potter thing. Did I just press start? Or do I need to share something first? I'm not familiar with Kahoot. Play with up to 40 players. No, we don't want that. Nope. Stop. Right, okay. We're about to get a link and a pin. Okay, small face. I've now lost OBS, so I don't know what I'm streaming anymore. I need to move my head out of the way. There you go. So, join at kahoot.it, or if you have the app, go with the app. There's the PIN number, and there's a QR code if you want to scan the QR code. We'll see if we have anybody that can join. Oh, first in Shadow. So I've heard of Kahoots before, so maybe this is the platform that we need to go with in future. Although I suspect if you've never used Kahoot before, you're now facing sign-in madness. Oh, just click this, just click that. Oh, can we have your date of birth and your mother's maiden name and blah 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 blah. This is indeed a Harry Potter quiz. Nothing to do with me, Gov, so who knows. But Kahoot is at least reputable, so should be something that actually works properly. How does one actually start it once we've got enough people? Oh yeah. Duh. That'll be the start button there, Graham. Golf Pro. So far we've got Golf Pro, Fat Kids Win at Seesaw, Shark Win Quiz, Raggedy Tulip, Jetlag Jugs, Fish, and Shadow. If you are trying to join and you're being forced through some kind of elaborate sign-up thing, let me know in chat that you're still trying, and I'll give you a couple more minutes. I feel like I should do a dance or something to entertain you while we think about this. What I really want to do is fix this light, but I'd have to get up and move around. Remember you hit the colour. I don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it. I have seen 2 Harry Potter films. And read 1 book. Love the funky music. I can't hear the music. Oh, yeah. Right, we've got 7 people. I think that's enough to at least give it a try. What do you think? 8. 9. This is tense. Have they not brought out like a Harry Potter where he's now the dad, like a TV series type thing? Or have I made that up in my mind? I don't know. Right, I'm getting ready to press this start. I've got itchy trigger finger. Oh, Soren's in. Sneaked in. We're in double figures. Go. Harry Potter challenge. A poll. How is your Harry Potter knowledge? Oh, what? Hang on. Oh no. Oh, I didn't even press a button. I'm an idiot. Why won't you go to the right size? Damn you. Sorry, I'm trying to get this bloody thing to... fit into the page. There we go. That's a bit better. If I move my face out of the way. Next. Quiz. Where is Hogwarts? I know this. Oh no, okay, I don't. I'm going to go with England. Yeah, what did I do? Did I click something? It's in Scotland. How terrible. Am I even playing? What is Harry Potter's full name? Harry James Potter? I think I got that right. Shadow takes the lead. He did say he was confident, wasn't he? What platform does the Hogwarts Express leave from? Something 3/4, isn't it? I don't know if I'm clicking it. It was 9 3/4. Who's the eldest Weasley sibling? Bill. I don't know. Did Brian really just say it's Scotland, you numpty? After not being able to identify Scotland from a picture of Scotland. Oh, it was Bill. What is Harry's dad's name? Jacob. I have no idea. If you're hosting, I don't think you can play along. That'll be why I'm not on the top of the leaderboard, obviously. I was wrong anyway. JJ stolen the lead. A streak answer of An answer streak of 5. Double points. What is Hermione's Patronus? I don't know what any of that means. I take it Hermione's that person, but a Patronus? Isn't that like Formula One? What, the Mercedes team? It's an otter. Wetter than an otter's pocket. Scott takes lead again. 33 questions here. Let's get through these. Who was the Half-Blood Prince? Who indeed? I think that might have been the film I watched, and I still don't know the answer. Snape. Which of the twins loses an ear? Oh. I'm going to go with George. $50-50. Oh, I was right. It was George. Quiz time takes the lead. How do you free a house elf? Let's set up a joke. Punch it? Surely not. Give them clothes. Why did that one go so quick? Who was the brightest witch of her age? Hermione Granger, Cho Chang, Luna Lovegood, Ginny Weasley. The brightest witch of her age. Oh, Hermione Granger. Who does the pink toad refer to? Umbridge is that woman, I think. I was right. What house was the pink toad sorted in? I think I know this one as well. Was it Ravenclaw? Because they use an eagle claw as their... Oh no, it's wrong. Slytherin. Who knew? Fish has the highest answer streak of 4. Who is the head of Hufflepuff House in Hogwarts? I have no idea. Professor McGonagall, I'm going to say. I was wrong. Who's quiz time? You're doing well. What are the Ravenclaw house colours? I know that Ravenclaw uses an eagle's claw. Which just seems a bit daft. Is it not blue and silver, like what the picture says? No, it's blue and bronze. Oh, I guess you got that one right, Scott. Well done. What was the name of Harry Potter's first broomstick? Nimbus 2000. Frank and Alice are whose parents? They look a bit like Longbottoms to me. And I have no idea. I was right. What was the password from Hogsworth to Hogsmeade? Descendium. Hey, I could have won this if I was allowed to play. A fish on an answer streak of 3. What are the Hufflepuff house colours? I have no idea. Yellow and black. How old was Harry Potter when he first attended Hogwarts? I'm going to go with 11. I'd be winning some money here. I'm sure of it. Scott's taking a bit of a lead though. Double points. What year was Hermione born? 11 came out in 90. I'm going to go with 84. 79. That means she's only 2 years younger than me. Or do they mean the actress? Who knows? What dragon did Fleur Delacour fight in the Triwizard Tournament? A Commonwealth green. Hey. Another double pointer. Which Quidditch team did Oliver Wood play for after leaving Hogwarts? Appleby Arrows. Puddlemere United. Who knew? If you just wandered in here, by the way, this is Aquarium Adventures live stream. We've had some quiz apocalyptic failures, and we're now doing a Harry Potter quiz, because why not? Who was the first character in the series to be sorted into a house? Abbott. Or is it Abacus? Abbott. Which house did Hannah get sorted into? Hufflepuff. Double pointer. 26 questions. What kind of wood was Lily Potter's wand made of? Willow. Okay. So still quite close to the top. What was the name of Aragog's wife? I don't know. Is Aragog a spider? Mossag. Where is Azkaban located? North Sea. Oh. What enchanted car does Ron drive into the Whomping Willow? We're doing a Harry Potter quiz now because all my quizzes failed. Was it a Ford Anglia? It was. Who's Dumbledore's brother? Aberforth. not know that one. Oh, it's close at the top. 3 players on 18,000. Shadow, Raggedy Tulip, and Quiz Time. Last few questions. Number 31, double points. What sort of flying broom does Ron have? A Comet 260, Shooting Star, a Nimbus 130. Surely it's a Nimbus of some kind. I don't know. A Shooting Star. No change at the top. Penultimate question. Another double pointer. What was the finishing order of the Hogwarts House Cup and Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone? What was the finishing order? Does that mean you have to put them in order? Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff. Raggedy Tulip, storming through at the end. Last question. How many Harry Potter movies were there? 8697. I thought there were 8. 7 books. They split the last one in half. Yeah, 8. And on the podium, in third place, is Fish. Second place, Quiz Time. And in first place, number 1, Raggedy Tulip. That was good. So, Raggedy Tulip, you proved your Harry Potter prowess. I would not go anywhere near that, I must admit. What do we think of Kahoot as a general platform? I might try that out during the week. So, keep subscribed, because I might do a wee impromptu midweek live stream when we try out the quiz and see if it works properly or not. Right. No prizes for that one, because that was just a bit of Harry Potter fun. But I might try that. We've got to the end of the evening. If you enjoyed that, let me know. Leave a comment in the video, leave a comment in the chat if you think Kahoot might be the way to try, because I think that could be good with some double points and stuff like that. It seems to work a bit better anyway. But for now, I think we'll leave it there. There's going to be a stream from Coldwater Aquatics, I think, tonight, possibly. Who knows? Let me just double check and see. Yep. So, if you want some fishy fun to carry on, go and join the Coldwater Aquatic stream. As always, tell them Aquarium Adventures sent you. Tell them how terrible I am at making quizzes. There you go, Scott's just put the stream link in the chat. And we'll see you next week for hopefully some more successful quizzes. But thank you for keeping us going this evening. I enjoyed it. Hope you did too. See you next week. Bye!